Welcome to my channel and to this Eat With Me video, which is actually going to be a Drink With Me video. So I'm going to head on up to Costa and take you guys with me and then try and get my drink back to my flat before it melts. I did previously try to film this walking home with the drink, but because I was holding the drink in one hand and my phone in the other, the footage was so shaky and I had to keep stopping to cross roads and pass people, and it was not working for this type of video. This is my second attempt at this video. Long enough intro, I think. Let's head on up to Costa. This is a screen recording as I placed my order through the Costa app. I like using it because I can just go and collect my order from the collection point, and I also get a free bean for every drink, and 8 free beans means 1 free drink. So as you can see, I am making one change, and that is adding whipped cream to my drink. It doesn't change the price, so why the hell not? The one problem with the app is that it does give you the calories, and that is something I just try to ignore. I'm scrolling through the food section here to get down to my favourite Costa treat, because if I'm going to Costa, I'm going to pick one of these up anyway. And if you haven't tried it and you like Biscoff, you really need to try this Rocky Road bar. So order placed and then paid for through Apple Pay, and then off to the store to collect it. Success! I got my salted caramel frappe home without spilling it everywhere or drinking it, but I have waited long enough. I think it's really common to have a fear of liquid calories. It's certainly a fear I used to have. So good. They do a version with coffee, which I do like, but this is my absolute favourite drink. And for challenging a fear of liquid calories, it had to be this one. I'll try not to stir it with the straw too much because I do it a lot. I like the cream melted through the drink, but it's really noisy on camera. I almost saw it as a waste to have calories in liquid form rather than eating them as food. If you have a fear of liquid calories, I do actually think Costa or Starbucks can be a great way to start challenging it, because you can customise your drinks. The very first time I challenged liquid calories, it's because they brought this drink out. So we are talking a few years ago now. And I had it with skimmed milk and no cream. It was not as nice as it is the way it's meant to be, but that was what I could manage at the time. I think that can be a really good starting point as long as you don't get too comfortable with it, unless that is genuinely how you enjoy your drinks. And I think when you're making choices, it's really, really important to just ask yourself, am I doing this because it's what I want and what I like, or am I doing it to keep my eating disorder happy? I'd say that question applies to meals and snacks as well as drinks. This is making my hand cold. I like this drink best with semi-skimmed milk and whipped cream, which is what I got. I should have worn my heat reactive nail varnish because it would definitely be reacting today. I couldn't have a drink like this every single day, partly because I am not made of money, but also I wouldn't be able to cope with it. So I wouldn't say it's that I have a fear of liquid calories as such, because I can have this once a week, but it is a once a week treat. And if I was to have it more than once a week, I'm not sure I could do that. So that is something I personally do need to work on.
I think it's important for me to acknowledge that being able to have this drink once a week does not mean I have fully conquered my fear.
I love this drink so much, I'll have it all year round, even in winter.
In recovery, you constantly find things you need to work on.
If you've never had a frappe or frappuccino without coffee in it, it's basically almost like a watered down milkshake.
It's nicer than I'm making it sound.
So if you don't like coffee or tea and you're not in the mood for hot chocolate, but you want to go to a Costa, a Starbucks, I'm sure Cafe Nero and places like that do them as well, then you can get one of these.
And if you want more than one, have more than one, because fuck anorexia.
If you do go and challenge yourself to some liquid calories, I would love it if you could DM me a photo on Instagram of your drink. Because, yeah, it would be nice to know if these videos are actually helping people to challenge things, because you can sit there and watch me doing this and listen to what I'm saying and take it in, but not necessarily implement it in your own life. And that's fine. That's your choice. You will do things when you're ready and at your own pace. But if you are challenging yourself, I kind of would like to know.
Everyone's recovery journey is different, and it's important to remember that you are the one who has complete control over the pace of your recovery, what you challenge and when you challenge it. Don't compare yourself to me or anyone else. You are you.
They used to do fudge cubes on the top. I'm kind of sad they stopped doing them. They were nice.
Recovery is a long, hard journey, and it is going to be uncomfortable. In fact, if it's not making you feel uncomfortable, it's maybe worth just checking in to make sure that you are still pushing yourself and that you haven't come to a standstill. At the moment, I am so uncomfortable with how I look, but I keep going because I have to.
I always get the medium size because the price difference isn't that big between small and medium.
I don't want to be in some kind of quasi-recovery situation where there are still rules and routines that I have to follow and obey. I've come this far and I've gone through what I have, and I want to be fully recovered at the end of it. Not everyone becomes fully recovered, but not everyone wants that. And if you don't want it, that is absolutely fine. But if you do, you really need to be prepared to put the work in, and it will be worth it. At least that's what I keep on telling myself whenever things are getting really, really hard for me. I have to choose recovery every single day.
I am actually feeling really, really sleepy this morning, and I have no idea why. Just one of those mornings, I guess.
I guess I probably should have got myself another coffee while I was at Costa. Oh well.
I really wanted to get this video filmed and out though, because it's already been delayed by the fact that the first time the footage I just felt was unusable.
Believe it or not, I am actually a morning person, and this is usually when I have most energy.
And the reason that I didn't film in the store is because it can be quite noisy, and I don't mind filming in public, but when I'm talking about eating disorder stuff, I don't really like doing that where I could potentially be overheard.
It's absolutely fine to have liquid calories, and you don't need to compensate for it by cutting calories elsewhere.
I'm feeling slightly sad now because this is almost finished.
Don't deprive yourself of a drink that you really want because you've got a fear of the liquid calories in it. Life is short. Have the drink.
I would love to be able to get the name of the barista who makes these. It's usually the same lady. Well, there's two ladies that It's usually one of the two, and they both make it so nicely. I've had so many of these from different branches, and the taste does vary depending on who's made it. But these two ladies both make them perfectly for my taste. But they wear their name badges there, and I don't want them to think I'm staring at their chests when I'm trying to find what their names are, because having worked in call centres and customer service, I know how important customer feedback can be when it comes to the annual appraisal. So if I get good service from somebody in a shop or like Tesco delivery driver, I always go on Twitter and either do a public tweet or a DM just with the person's name and saying why they gave me such good service and asking for it to be passed back to their manager.
It's something so small and so easy to do, and it can make a difference.
And I would love to do it for those two ladies.
So if you're ever stuck for a good deed to do, then that's something you can do for someone who's given you great service.
All I can say is be glad I can mute the volume on this and do a voiceover, because I'm at the slurpy stage.
This drink cost me £4.10, so I want to make sure I get every last sip I can.
I remember as a kid always being told it was bad manners to slurp the end of my drink, and I can get why. It doesn't sound particularly pleasant, but when I have paid as much as I have for a drink, I want every damn drop. So the drink is finished, which means the video is finished. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you found it helpful in some way. And I hope you'll come back for the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Stalk me on Instagram at Kaz Loves Cakes. And I'll see you next time. Take care.